Muscle cars have long been a symbol of raw power, aggressive styling, and pure American automotive culture. But while legends like the Dodge Challenger and Ford Mustang have managed to survive the test of time, countless other incredible muscle cars have been left behind, fading into obscurity. What if some of these forgotten beasts got a second chance? Imagine modern engineering meeting classic muscle. Wouldn't that be a sight to see? Buckle up as we take a deep dive into the muscle cars that deserve a comeback. Plymouth Barracuda, 1970 to 1974, the shark of the streets. The Plymouth Barracuda is one of the most iconic muscle cars of the early 70s, yet it remains a ghost in today's car market. With its sleek fastback design and monstrous engine options, including the legendary 426 HEMI, the Cuda was built to dominate both the streets and the drag strips. The sheer power under its hood made it a rival to Mustangs and Camaros, yet for some reason it never saw a proper revival. Imagine a modern-day Barracuda, redesigned with today's aerodynamics, but still carrying that aggressive, road-hungry attitude. A modern Hellcat-powered Cuda would send chills down the spine of any car enthusiast. With Dodge bringing back classic nameplates like the Charger and Challenger, it's a shame the Cuda has been left in the shadows. If it ever returns, expect it to be a game-changer. AMC Javelin, 1968 to 1974, the underdog muscle machine. AMC may not be around today, but back in the golden era of muscle cars, they were making some serious contenders, none more impressive than the AMC Javelin. Often overshadowed by Mustangs and Camaros, the Javelin was a true performer in its own right, with high-powered V8 engines and a striking long hood design that made it stand out. It was even a dominant force in Trans Am racing, proving that it wasn't just about looks. It had the speed and handling to back it up. Now, imagine a modern-day Javelin fitted with an all-new twin-turbo V8, or even an electric drivetrain for an eco-friendly performance boost. It could be AMC's long-lost comeback story, bringing back a forgotten chapter of muscle car history. While other muscle cars enjoy their modern revivals, the Javelin remains locked away in the past, waiting for its moment to shine again. Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, 1970 to 2002, the Screaming Phoenix. Few cars in history are as instantly recognizable as the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Made famous by movies like Smokey and the Bandit, the Trans Am became a cultural icon with its aggressive styling and impressive performance. The Firebird was Pontiac's answer to the Chevy Camaro, and in many ways, it surpassed expectations with powerful V8 options and an unmistakable Firebird decal sprawled across its hood. But despite its legendary status, Pontiac's demise meant the Trans Am went down with the ship. Imagine if GM brought it back today, perhaps as an electric muscle car with brutal acceleration and cutting-edge technology, while still retaining that bold, aggressive look. With Dodge and Ford still pushing muscle cars forward, GM could shake things up by resurrecting the Firebird and giving the Camaro some serious competition. The muscle car world needs this phoenix to rise again. Mercury Cougar Eliminator, 1969 to 1970, the luxury muscle beast. The Mercury Cougar started as a more refined alternative to the Ford Mustang, but when Mercury unleashed the Eliminator package in 1969, it became a true muscle car contender. The Cougar Eliminator was built to rival the best with a massive 428 Cobra jet engine, producing mind-numbing power and speed. But what made it special was how it combined brute force with luxury, offering a more sophisticated muscle car experience. While muscle cars today often focus on either performance or luxury, a new Cougar Eliminator could merge the two seamlessly. Picture a modern Mercury Cougar with a 5.0-liter Coyote V8, aggressive yet elegant styling, and high-tech interiors worthy of a modern muscle car king. Ford still dominates with the Mustang, but a Cougar comeback could offer muscle car fans something fresh, a blend of class and power. It's a shame Mercury is gone, but if there was ever a reason to bring it back, this would be it. Dodge Coronet Super B, 1968 to 1970. The street warrior, the Dodge Super Bee was never the flashiest muscle car, but it was one of the most aggressive street machines of its time. Built as a no-nonsense, high-performance beast, the Super Bee was a powerhouse packed with big block engines like the 440 Magnum and the legendary 426 Hemi. It had one job: to be fast, and it did that incredibly well. But in today's world, where cars are loaded with tech features and luxury add-ons, a modern Super Bee could bring back the raw, unfiltered driving experience that true muscle car fans crave. Imagine Dodge reviving the Super Bee as a lightweight, track-focused muscle car, free from unnecessary distractions, just a pure, tire-shredding monster. With Dodge already experimenting with performance-oriented models, a Super Bee revival could be the perfect way to remind people what true muscle is all about. Buick GSX, 1970 to 1972. The silent killer. When people think of Buick, they often picture luxury sedans or SUVs. But back in the day, Buick built one of the most powerful muscle cars ever, the Buick GSX. This wasn't just some fancy Buick with a big engine. It was a performance monster with a 455 Stage 1 V8 that produced 5 10-pound-feet of torque, making it one of the quickest muscle cars of its era. The GSX was a true sleeper car, elegant in design, but an absolute beast under the hood. A modern-day GSX could shake up the industry, bringing Buick back into the high-performance scene. With electric and hybrid performance cars gaining traction, Buick could use its history to build something revolutionary: a luxury muscle car with electrifying speed and high-end comfort. Muscle car fans might not think of Buick as a performance brand anymore, but a GSX comeback could change that in an instant. Oldsmobile 442, 1968 to 1971. The gentleman's muscle car Oldsmobile may be long gone, but its legacy lives on through muscle car legends like the 442. Unlike some of its rowdier competitors, the 442 was known for its blend of performance and refinement. It wasn't just about going fast, it was about looking good while doing it. The 442 packed serious power, with options like the W30 package that boosted horsepower beyond expectations. A modern 442 could redefine what a muscle car should be, bringing high horsepower, modern suspension tuning, and a sleek design that honors its past while embracing the future. Oldsmobile may not exist anymore, but if GM were ever to revive it for a single purpose, bringing back the 442 would be the ultimate tribute. With Dodge, Ford, and Chevy still battling it out, why not throw Oldsmobile's name back into the mix with a modern muscle masterpiece? Ford Torino Cobra, 1969 to 1971. The forgotten Ford powerhouse. When people think of Ford muscle cars, the Mustang always steals the spotlight. But back in the late 60s and early 70s, the Ford Torino Cobra was one of the meanest machines on the road. This wasn't just another muscle car. It was a street-legal powerhouse, featuring a 429 Cobra jet engine capable of producing up to 375 horsepower and a ridiculous 450 pound-feet of torque. The Torino Cobra was built for speed, boasting a sleek fastback design, aggressive front grille, and performance tuning that made it a serious competitor to Mopar and GM muscle cars. But despite its potential, the Torino Cobra faded into obscurity, overshadowed by its Mustang sibling. Now imagine a modern-day Torino Cobra, revived with a supercharged V8, or even an all-electric drivetrain that delivers insane torque. It could be Ford's answer to the Hellcat and ZL1, bringing back a nameplate that once struck fear into the competition. The Mustang has held the crown for too long. Maybe it's time for the Torino Cobra to make a comeback and shake things up in the muscle car world. Muscle cars are more than just machines. They're legends, memories, and symbols of an era when raw power ruled the roads. But many of these icons have been left behind, forgotten in time while their competitors continue to thrive. So, what if we brought them back? What if these forgotten beasts got a second chance, reborn with modern technology, but keeping that same unfiltered muscle spirit? Which of these classic muscle cars do you think deserves a comeback the most? And did we miss any legendary rides that should have made this list? Let us know in the comments. And if you love muscle cars as much as we do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more automotive content. Until next time, keep the engines roaring.